Hey everybody, this is Kitthesoulless, and we're back with Dark Souls 3. And today we've got Cajoling Metal with us. Holy shit. And we've got our friend Dark Watcher. He's actually one of the people that was watching us on Twitch midstream last episode. So he's offered to help us out a little bit. So he's going to be helping us with this boss here. And he'll be joining us for the rest of the episode. Feel free to include your audio, by the way. Oh god! Oh god! Oh, look at that face! Oh my god, dude! Hold on, come here. Turn towards the other wall. I want to get a close-up of this face. There we go. Hold on. No, too close. Right there. Perfect. That? I think this is gonna be my fucking... Hold on, just a second. Sorry about that, guys. God damn, I can't screenshot that. Metal, can you screenshot this, please?
I got you.
Okay, perfect. Oh my god, because I just got the perfect perfect close-up. I might actually take it out of my thing, out of my feed, and just screenshot it out of my feed. I think that's gonna be the thumbnail for this episode, because holy shit, that's just funny. Anyways,
yeah, I know how to make my characters.
Okay, so is it magic or fire that this guy doesn't like? I think it's magic.
Oh,
wait.
No, thing is you want to have a strong weapon out, like, big weapon, of course, and you gotta hit his bracelets.
I know, it's actually fire, though, that can damage the bracelets. It's because I can aim fire better than I can aim
magic.
Sorcery. And if you hadn't noticed, I'm a full caster build.
Yeah. I kind of saw that in your next one.
By the way, another thing is, we kind of haven't gotten any of the endings except one, and the one we're going after is the betrayal ending. Or at least I'm going after the betrayal ending. You have to marry Henri.
Which one?
You have to marry Henri, and then it's something to do with the Dark Wraith chick. But anyways,
alright, well I hope it goes well for you.
Yeah. Another thing is, though, we do watch cinematics, so our viewers can do the same. So keep talking to a minimum, please, during cinematics.
So I'll like I can't talk at the moment.
Alas,
I'm gonna mute my mic for a second.
Alas, poor Yorick. I knew him, Horatio. I just think of that anytime I see this.
Hey, yo, bro, you leaking in the floor a little bit.
Yo, you're getting smoke all over my room,
ball.
man. All right. Grave Warden,
oh, you got the Dark Moon Blade.
Ooh, back it the fuck up. I hate that fog breath crap.
Oh man, he kind of got to run away, so that's cool too.
He's running.
Oh god, he almost dragged me into the fog. So I would really...
Don't die!
No!
Damn! Did you survive? You survived! Yes! Cool. Now let's set up and do it again on what's his name. or what's his name's cajoling metals.
No. Okay, so technically we just go back and forth.
Yep. That's kind of what we do on this
Not
one.
bad.
Or at least between me and Metals. Do you need this boss still, or are you ahead of us?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
I'm at the last boss of the game.
Oh, Jesus.
In both the DLC and...
Oh, man. Okay, so it'll just be me. Just in
So
me and Metals, then.
Yeah, alright.
We
I'm gonna
squashed
jump
that
on my
fool in
other
under 5
character.
minutes.
Alright, but...
Lower level or higher level?
I'm gonna jump... he's gonna be the highest level there is. Like, he's gonna be my legit character. Hey, you know Hobble in the first Dark Souls? I mean,
yeah,
if I
I do.
ruin something...
Do me a favor and don't bring too high of a level character in here, please.
Alright. What the highest level you want me to bring in here? Question mark.
I'd say just stick with the character you got now.
Alright. Because I got one lower than him, but he doesn't... It doesn't have the weapons I normally use.
Well, what's your lowest level character right now?
16. He's at the very beginning.
Okay, one that's not at the very beginning. Lowest level that you've got that can come here.
Look, I'm gonna go hop on my other character and see if he's here. Like, if he even passed here yet. And if he's like level 60, I think. Hopefully.
If he's level 60, then he's around our level, so.
Well, that's true too, but thing is I'm not 100% for sure. Like.
Well, if you've been
so I got.
Then you're probably ahead.
Anyways, go check your character.
I got
Metal.
levels.
I'm waiting for you to summon me. And while we are waiting for our new friend,
I got a level.
Continue.
I'm waiting
That
for my character to load up. He's literally after the boss you are on. Like, he's literally on the next boss.
Cool. So definitely, he's definitely okay for this area. So Metal, while we're waiting for him to load up his character, would you like to?
I do not see your summon sign, so.
Oh, my cock is on the floor, right up near the. Where are you?
Well, I'm at.
Catacombs.
Oh, I'm up near the boss.
Kind of weird putting.
I just walked out.
Kind of weird.
Oh, I can just run over there. Give me a minute.
Kind of weird putting your cock on the floor, huh? Nah.
It's even weirder when he grabs it and pulls it through a hole for me.
Yeah. You gotta get used to putting your cock on the floor and then a hole getting it.
Just a wee bit.
Just a little bit.
Oh, wow. I got some bad news. I cannot get to the area you're at unless I go the long way. Like,
What do you mean the long way?
I'd literally have to go from the boss I'm at and run all the way back to the catacombs.
How'd you manage that?
Because I forgot to light any bonfires. Like, I just went straight bosses.
Oh, Jesus. So you have none of the bonfire. Oh, God. Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah. Yep. Give me a second. I'll meet you at the boss, like the boss fog area.
Pardon the technical difficulty. My fucking controller just decided it was gonna turn off at random.
Well then.
Well, that's kind of weird. I guess your controller doesn't like me.
I can get my audio back here. There we go. Got audio back.
Alright.
Gotta love charging cords, everybody.
Allow me to...
Somebody is grabbing my dick. Where is it?
I'm almost there.
Who has their fingers wrapped around my cock?
Me.
Possibly me.
I gotta ask, by the way, how old are you?
May I ask why?
Usually legal reasons. All I gotta ask is, are you a minor?
No.
Good. If you don't want to disclose your age, that's perfectly fine. All I gotta ask is if you're a minor.
I am not a minor. I'm actually a lot older than you think, probably. Like, you probably think I'm 15 or something.
No, I was thinking around probably late 20s, early 30s.
I'm about 19. Like, literally. Physically, I'm technically 19, but...
Damn, dude, you sound a little bit older.
Yeah, I know.
So you're around the same age as, Metal here.
Me.
And damn,
Well,
you're
I
a
bet
youngster
today
compared
it's-
to me. Oh, man.
By the way, I liked your beard. Like, I was like, I gotta say that in the live stream.
Thanks, man. It took forever to get it this way. Everybody would... What is that sound?
Oh, my bridge collapsing. That's what I'm gonna call it now.
Damn, that was loud.
Stay 120.
Kablaps.
Yeah, I said stay 120, but guess what? Guess what level are you? 146.
Yeah. Well, you're still in the PvP meta area.
Yeah. I'm just one level over.
Actually, the PvP area for this is between 120 to 210.
Damn, I didn't know
the
that.
Lower
It's a
end of the
lot.
meta is 130 at the very most.
Yeah. But people
Alright.
actually also PvP all the way up to like level 500, or not 500, 400.
Alright. That's kinda time to do me a little bit of fashion shows.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. Wing Knight
Alright.
helmet. The dancer. No, that's the Author Knight armor set, Havel's gauntlets, and
It kind of does piss me
that?
off, though, that they made armor essentially meaningless
Skirt of
in this
prayer.
game.
Oh.
Mhm.
I know a way to make it where you have a lot of pulleys.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to do that, but my point is, you can't upgrade armor, and a lot of the sets are absolutely useless for defense, especially after New Game Plus.
Well, that's true too. Man, I'll fight you. What's up?
Anyways, shall we continue?
Yeah,
Yes.
we shall.
Ugh.
Alright.
I finally got my
You
recording
kinda-
stuff working again.
Alright.
If you had to guess, how old do you think I am?
If I had to guess, how old do I think you are? Well, by looking at you, you probably look about 27, 28.
Hey, he got it right. A lot of people think I'm around, like, early 20s. Like, 22, 23. But no, I'm 28,
Well, I
almost
meant,
29, man.
Not bad. I mean, just by the way it looked in the live stream, I could just tell, like, that's kind of a gift I have. I guess you could say, like, I looked at some girl, I didn't even know her name or knew where she was from. I said, you gotta be at least 20 to 21. She said, yeah, you're right, I'm 21. Like, I get it a year off almost every time. I mean, you kind of hitting them in the face. My question is, why?
Go, get me out of the stupid fog. The stupid
Dang.
sun climb. Nothing I
Well,
can do about that.
Well, that
Do you
sucks.
believe
Pretty
me
much-
if I tell you? Do you believe me if I tell you that the boss that we're fighting have the giant sword?
Oh no, I know he's got a giant sword. Remember, I've actually gone through this game a couple times already. I've just gotten like one or two endings, and I'm going after all of them.
Oh, alright. Well, I mean, you get some of the endings I ain't got. Like, you're getting a betrayal ending?
I think it's the betrayal ending. I don't know. I know how you get it, I just don't know what it's called.
Well, the thing is I'm trying
it's called the Lord of Hollows, I believe.
It's either... I think it's Lord of Hollows. It's the one where you, apparently, she says something about taking the flame instead of relighting it. I don't know exactly how you do that, though, so, that's as much as I'm willing to say on stream about it, and as much as I'd want anybody else to say on stream about it.
You got it. I
mean, I know how to get a couple of the endings, but...
The one I'm trying to get is where you take Yoria, and... like, you let Yoria do it.
That's the same.
Yeah, I don't want to explain too much about it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to ruin anything.
Yeah, the ending I originally got, though, is the one I usually get. It's the one where you relight the bonfire and become the ember.
Well, I mean, I just don't like that. Like, to be honest with you, I wanted it to be a little something different because, you know, and not to ruin anything, but if you played Dark Souls 1 and beat it, it's technically like the same thing.
It is, but
I'm sorry.
It is, but it isn't. But here's the real thing. Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 are actually interconnected. The true ending for Dark Souls 1, believe it or not, is the one where you walk away from it. Everybody thinks that's the bad ending, but that's actually the true ending to Dark Souls 1. Because without plunging the world into the Age of Darkness, Dark Souls 2 would never have happened.
I mean, see, what I didn't understand because people try to argue with me, and I'm wanting to see if I'm right or if I'm wrong still. Thing is, Dark Souls 1 came before Dark Souls 2. I mean, in the game-wise, of course.
You mean story-wise?
Well, story-wise, Dark Souls 2 came before Dark Souls 1,
nope.
And Dark Souls 3 is like after. Like, that's what I always thought, but then somebody told me that Dark Souls 1 is the very first one. Like, I was like, okay.
Actually, do you want a real mindfuck?
Yeah, I actually do, be honest
Dark Souls 1 isn't even the first Dark Souls game.
Well, Demon Souls technically is.
No. Demon Souls and Dark Souls happen side by side. They just happen in different areas of the world.
Did I get invaded?
Yep. You've been invaded by Dark Soul Gremlin.
Oh my gosh, I'm stuck, like... I am stuck in a corner, like, I'm trying to put my sign down.
He's gonna try to archer us.
There we go. I'm by the bond, I'm at the boss fight.
Okay. We got invaded. Of course.
We got invaded. He's gonna come up. He's gonna end up coming up to us. So let's just wait here for him to come up to us.
Where are y'all at? And I'll run there. Because,
we're right outside the boss area. We're right outside the boss area. But no,
so you could see my sign.
If it were, yeah, he should be able to see it. Ah, the dumbass went home.
Yep.
But yeah, so there were three games before. There were 3 games before the Dark Souls series and the Demon Souls series called Kingsfield. Now the way it works is Kingsfield branches off into Dark and Demon Souls. Now Dark Souls 1 comes before 2 and 2 comes before 3. How you can tell this is because in Dark Souls 1, the main fucking thing that you have to deal with is called a Lord Vessel. In Dark Souls 2, you know that big fucking house in the hub city or the hub town in Dark Souls 2, where you can go down in the
Where
bottom
you-
and get...
oh.
You go down to the basement, there's those 2 big-ass skeletons.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you look around on the ground in there, you will actually find a chunk of the Lord Vessel. You'll actually find the shattered Lord Vessel.
So technically, it's technically just the same thing. Like Dark Souls 1 comes before Dark Souls 2 or something like that.
No, it's people trying to bullshit you is what it is.
Well, there we go. There's one down. I mean, if you keep moving that hand, I'm gonna have to stand. Teamwork. So, oh, how freaking rude of me. Like, this is really, I'm sorry, but, I forgot to ask you how you guys have been doing. Like, that was completely off of my mind.
How are what?
How are y'all doing?
Pretty good, actually.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I forgot to ask that when I first joined the party. Like, I normally do that.
It's alright, man.
Like, I was...
It's alright.
I mean, I'm sitting there like, there's something I'm forgetting to do, like, but I don't know what.
Now, here's the thing. Dark Souls 1 becomes before Dark Souls 2. Dark Souls 2 occurs shortly after, like, shortly as in, like, less than 2,000 years after Dark Souls 1. During the Age of Strife, or the Age of Darkness. In 2, your whole purpose is to rekindle the flame. However, there's a secondary ending to the second one. If you do a special series of events, you can get the true ending, which is allowing the Age of Darkness to continue. That's how you end up with the Unkindled. The Unkindled are the descendants of lords in an era where the flame is just about extinguished. When there's pretty much nothing left of the flame, and it's trying its hardest to stay a part of our world.
You want to know what I thought was weird, but I don't know if it's true or not, so don't, like, get mad if I say it wrong. But you know there's 3 Firelink shrines from Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, and Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 has all 3 Firelinks. Firelink, of course, from the first one. The lit up one is from the first one. The dark one is from Dark Souls 2, I think. Don't get me wrong, like, I think it's Dark Souls 2. And then Dark Souls 3, the one before Champion Gundyr, I think after him, I think that's supposed to be the Dark Souls 3 bond. The Dark Souls 3.
You almost had it right. You almost had it right, actually. There is no Firelink from Dark Souls 2. Because Dark Souls 2 takes place not specifically in Lordran, or in Lordran, but in a kingdom inside Lordran called Drain Lake. Drain Lake is just like Ulasil. It's part of Lordran.
Yeah.
Firelink, the one from Dark Souls 1, is actually the lit up one that you're in when you're... the main hub is the one from Dark Souls 1, believe it or not. Oh, correction, no. The one you're normally in is the one from Dark Souls 3. The one that you're the one that you're in after Champion Gundyr, not Knight Gundyr, is the one from Dark Souls 1.
Oh, okay. See, I knew that the 3 the 3 Firelinks were from the Dark Souls. I knew that part a little bit, just I didn't know it completely.
Are you at the bridge?
The lore behind it, I'm actually not yet. Hold on. The lore behind it is, in Dark Souls 1, they were building Firelink Shrine.
Of course.
The darkened Firelink Shrine is literally what happened when the ending of Dark Souls 1, or the bad ending of Dark Souls 1 took place. The old woman was... The old woman who is in that is one of the... one of the ancient firekeepers.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
She was also the one driven mad by the betrayal of the Chosen One.
Okay, can I interject at one point real quick?
Huh.
I mean, I'm sorry for asking too many questions.
It's
but
okay,
do
man.
you know why Glenn? You know why Gwen came into play for Dark Souls 1? Like, I understand he's the one who.
You mean how he came to power?
He became evil. Like.
He actually never became evil, he just came to power. Gwyn of Cinder never became evil. He was an asshole of a person. But he was never actually evil.
I used to always like what people put in Dark Souls 1 when you go meet the girl, the princess. Technically, it's like they put it down. Love ahead, but be wary of chest. I was like, dang.
Yeah, that was a chest that could kill you. You could use one tit as a bed and the other one would smother the fuck out of you.
It's technically like an Oreo all over again.
Yep. Here's something really fucked up from Dark Souls 1. A bit of the lore that most people don't know. In Dark Souls 1, Gwyn of Cinder had a son and a daughter, and he actually treated his son like a daughter because he was ashamed of him. He wasn't strong enough. He wasn't strong enough, and he wasn't a good enough swordsman. So his father forced him to wear dresses and actually even attempted to castrate him and essentially used him as a sex slave.
That's kind of weird, being honest with you.
Uh-huh.
Like, why would you do that to your kid?
You don't, but the
know.
thing is, a lot of the people in Dark Souls, a lot of the people that were in power, because in Dark Souls 1 there was Gwyn of Cinder. He was a fucking psycho. He wasn't evil, he was mental. Then you've got the Fallen King from Dark Souls 2, who went hollow and went nuts for the sake of protecting his people. Now,
Quick thing
in Dark
about the
Souls
Firekeeper.
3... Hold on just a second. In Dark Souls 3, you've got the Shadow of the Ember, which is, believe it or not, it's the armor that was forged by Gwyn of Cinder for one of his knights.
Of course.
Anyways, what were you saying, Metal?
The Handmaiden, if you talk to her in Dark Firelink Shrine before you talk to her in normal Firelink Shrine, she has an interesting bit of dialogue when you talk to her in normal Firelink.
Huh, weird.
Insinuating that when you travel to Dark Firelink Shrine, you're actually traveling to the past rather than just traveling to Dark Firelink.
Yeah. What Dark Firelink is when the main person when the main character in Dark Souls 1 starts the, or uses the dark ending or the bad ending, or in this case the true ending, Firelink Shrine is at the fucking epicenter of the darkness that falls over the land. It is the first place that is wiped out, and she is the sole survivor. She spent, since Firekeepers are immortal, she spent many fucking years there alone in darkness because her flame had all but gone out. It was nothing but embers left. And she had been forced there, she'd been forced to sit there and tend to essentially a dead fire for years and years and years that drove her insane.
And don't you meet her again in Dark Souls 2?
You actually meet the fallen firekeepers. You don't meet her specifically. The fallen firekeepers, those witches in red, they're actually the last. They were actually the last daughters of Izalith.
Really?
In other words, they were the last firekeepers, the last true firekeepers. Your character from, or the character who acted as a firekeeper and helped you level up in Dark Souls 2, actually wasn't a firekeeper. She was a child of Izalith.
Alright, so thing is what I don't understand. Like, I don't know if you've done it yet or not, but did you know that the Miracles lady?
Yeah.
Arena?
You can turn her into a firekeeper.
Yeah.
I know. I haven't done it yet. Metal actually kind of ruined that for me by telling me.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Still feel bad about
I
it.
I didn't want to ruin nothing if you didn't know. Like,
Now the question is, turning her into a firekeeper, is that actually an ending?
no. Well,
No.
technically it is if you do, like, that's one of the endings that I gotten. Like, it was hard to do because I turned her to a firekeeper after I fought the last boss, and then I had to run back and do all the story and everything. It was just horrible.
Weird. Well, I might turn her into a
Yeah.
firekeeper. I might turn her into a firekeeper. I don't know. I know one of the endings involves giving the firekeeper back her eyes and then, I think, killing her.
Well, okay. Well, do you want to know a little bit of thing about that though?
No. I will eventually
Alright.
figure it out on my own because it's an ending I plan on getting. But anyways, we're actually over time right now, so it has been interesting having you on here, man. And I'm definitely keeping you on my list. We will probably be pulling you back in at a later date.
Alright.
But for now, we're going to end up cutting the feed. So, everybody out there, hopefully you enjoyed this. Both a little bit of Dark Souls lore and a bit of the gameplay. But for now, this is Kitthesoulless, Cajoling Metal, and what are we going to call you, man?
My name's Unknown Freak. You could call me Alan if you want to.
That works. So, for now, this is Kitthesoulless, Cajoling Metal, and Alan, signing off. Until next time, everybody. Later.
Later.
Peace out.